Hello Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thank you for joining us, and if you are returning, well, thank you for returning. This video can resonate for you if you have Sagittarius in your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placements. However, if it does not resonate, please don't force it to. Just take what does and leave what doesn't for someone else, you know? So I've already gone ahead and pre-shuffled and picked your cards because I burned my hand while I was preparing this video and I did not want you to see me struggling to shuffle. So I've already gone ahead and did that. I'm going to be reading 3 cards from the Soul's Journey lesson. 1 to be your root of the issue, which will factor into a bigger spread that we're going to do. And then 2 others to clarify that 1 card. So the card that we picked first was growth. I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. Now, Sagittarius, when I was getting into your energy space, I was imagining this image of someone who was kind of on the edge. On the edge of what? I don't know. I felt this energy of there being a darkness below, though, in front of them, and then something above them, higher than them, that was warm and inviting. And I think that there's a focus shift, or even from the rest of the start, I'm thinking that there's a focus shift that's needing to happen here, and I think you're on the edge of what that is. So this could be a consciousness expansion. With growth, we also had self-esteem. I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So self-esteem and then perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So growth, self-esteem, and perseverance. So this is definitely you feeling this need to change something or change the way that you're thinking right now, because it probably has been hindering your growth, or it probably has been hindering your sense of self-esteem, and you're trying to regain that or replenish that in yourself. And that's by expanding your consciousness, by finding a new way to feel, because Sagittarius, you are all about finding new ways to feel. Philosophizing, how would you say that word? Okay, I'm gonna cut that. But yeah, you're always trying to find new ways to feel, Sagittarius. You're always seeking new experiences, seeking out new connections, seeking out new feelings, new thoughts, new conversations, new places, and it's a core part of your vitality to always want to change and grow. So, you know, you're really coming into that because you know that that's the essence of who you are. That's how you build what you are. And even though you might have some worry, the worry card is always on the bottom of the deck. You might have some worry about that. What ultimately brings you back at the end of the day is that you know what you are meant to do, and you know that you can do whatever it is you set your mind to. So we're going to go ahead and get into your spread. I am using the Star Spinner Tarot. These cards are so cute. I love them so much. So at the bottom of the deck, for the overall energy that we had in this deck, we had the 4 of Wands. So the 4 of Wands, this could be about a sense of harmony. With this card, it is a sense of harmony that is overflowing happiness, and it's in your connections, in the people around you, in your environment, and it's this ability to feel safe in your expression of love. And so that is your overall energy. And your root, along with growth, you have the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles in this deck is very interesting to me because here we have this bunny, and he is inside of this crown, this beautiful crown with these roses, but he's inside the crown, if that makes sense. So it's almost, I get this sense of someone whose material, it almost becomes the barrier in which they exist, if that makes sense. So I get the sense from this card that you want to expand your consciousness and awareness. That's at your root. You may be feeling restricted, however, from being able to do that by something. It could be something in your material world like money, but it could also be a number of things that make you feel restricted, and I think it's something of your own, something that you've built up within yourself, something that you've cultivated within yourself that you're comfortable with living inside of, but you want to grow out of that, you want to expand out of that. I'm not sure. Then in your what's feeding the situation, we have judgment in reverse. So judgment in reverse, to me, this almost speaks to a sense of not really wanting to follow what you might be hearing is what you need to do. That sounded so all over the place, but I'll try to rephrase it. What you are doing, or you may have been in the past going against what you may have felt was right in a divine sense. You may have felt like you were taking actions that weren't divinely supported, or even if you haven't felt this way, you probably were. There was something that was calling to you to act a certain way and you didn't. So when the outcome was in line with, because it's like if you act one way, that like if you act the right way, then you get the right outcome. Not necessarily the right outcome, because every outcome is the right outcome, but it's like if you want the ideal outcome, you act in the ideal way. If you don't want the ideal outcome, or if you don't act in the ideal way, you can't get upset when you don't get the ideal outcome. So I'm getting this energy of you not feeling like you're getting the ideal outcome in a situation, or the universe isn't giving, or the universe is setting you back in some way. This could also just be an overly judgmental type of energy, especially with the growth and the restriction. Like you could probably be turning down experiences. The universe could be trying to offer you up new ways to feel, and you're like, no, but not that. No, not in that way. No, I don't want it to be like this. I want it to be like this. So you're kind of battling out what the universe is trying to give you, and spirit is like, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck do you actually want then? Like, what are we supposed to do? So what you need to cut out right here, and you know what, this actually does make sense now, because what you need to, or what is your pest in this situation, is the Empress in reverse. And this is an energy that you have, or I'm saying this is an energy that you have where you're kind of disinterested in anything that doesn't look like right to you. Empress, but she's in reverse. You're not really interested in anything that doesn't look quite right to you. You're very focused on yourself. You're very focused on building up this loving yourself. But you're closed off. You're closed off, and you're not willing to plant your seeds outside of yourself. And once again, this is just with this overly judgmental thing. You might not see what is out there for you. You might be restricting yourself from something. So what's calling this situation to a head? We have the Two of Swords. So once again, this is a lot of internal conflict. You once again may be looking for new ways to feel, knowing the way to go, but not wanting to take that direction. And you're battling with yourself, because it's like, I can either sit here and continue in this one way, or I can make the change or make an effort towards something new and feel different. But that also comes with a specific set of circumstances that I'm not quite interested in. So I ultimately am stuck here fighting myself, at a crossroads with myself. And this crossroads with yourself is frustrating you, and it's the thing that's ultimately going to lead to your harvest in the situation, which is the Tower. The Tower is going to be a major upheaval, but I almost see this as it's a major upheaval that happens, but with the confetti type of thing, I almost see it as something that is a blessing. It's something that's good, something that you'll be thankful for. So then we have the Three of Swords here. The Four of Swords here, and something that you need to cut out. So this could be a restlessness. Like I said, you are sitting here and you're asking the universe. You're like, or the universe is trying to give you something, or you're asking the universe for something, and the universe is like, okay, either hold on, we're gonna get it to you, or here it is, you like it, and you're like, either no, I don't want to wait for it, I want it right now, I want it this fucking second, or you're like, no, I don't like it this way, I want it to be this way, it has to be this way, if it's not this way, then I'm not going to accept it, if it doesn't come in this specific way, if it doesn't come packaged the way I need it to, then I will reject it. And the universe is like, well, what the fuck are we supposed to do now? You just gonna have to sit where you sit in. And that's what this Two of Swords energy, the Two of Swords is a very just, you just sitting with these swords, you're battling, it's an internal conflict that you're battling with yourself. And in order to experience this upheaval where you kind of destroy this tower of expectations that you've built, you need to let go of this restless ass energy, because this restless ass energy is also stopping you, I'm seeing, from maybe like a necessary healing that needs to take place. Like, why? You need to turn around and ask yourself, like, why are you closing yourself off? What has made you so closed off from who you naturally are, which is an open and inquisitive like person who wants to create new connections, who wants to explore new emotions with new feelings? What is making you fall back on how you just, naturally exist with the world? Why are you turning so into yourself, and why are you rejecting the lessons? And with this Four of Wands at your overall energy, is it maybe this fear of being able to openly express yourself? Because look at this card, you have one of the fairies, she's looking at the other fairy. Is this gonna focus the way I need it to? I don't know if you can see it, but she's looking at the other fairy, and she's looking at her, her eyes are closed, and they're supposed to be holding this flower together. And she's looking at her, and the other one isn't looking back at her. So maybe you feel like you don't have anyone there for you. Maybe when you feel like when you look around, you don't see anyone looking back at you. I don't know, it's starting to feel kind of like a similar message, but a separate one. Just this overall sensation of not wanting to be alone, wanting to grow and expand and find new things, but also having this very specific set of circumstances and how it needs to be. And you're very focused on yourself. If anything, you're this fairy with the eyes closed. You're so focused on how this needs to be, holding this together, that you're not even looking at what's right next to you. You're not even looking at what's right in front of you. You're so focused on what's going on inside that it's stopping you from growing. And it's because you're not focused on what's going on inside in a healing perspective. You're focusing on what's going on inside as a battle. In your outcome situation, we have the High Priestess in reverse. I see this as, the High Priestess, this is another card, I feel like, of intuition and healing. And with it in reverse, and especially here with the Empress in reverse, I just really see you turning within. But with the High Priestess in reverse, I don't know, maybe you're also trying to come out of this need to intuit it all yourself. Perhaps you will cut out this feeling of not getting the healing that you need, this restlessness, and you'll find a way to start coming forward on your own, and you'll rely on yourself and your own judgment. Or you'll come out of this internal. So many things here with their eyes closed. So many people here with their eyes closed deeply in reflection, and the High Priestess is too. So maybe you'll come out of this period of needing to reflect so deeply on the issue, to find the answer, to soul search for this answer so deeply, and you'll go out and you'll find what you're looking for in the world. You'll go and you'll find what you're looking for in that growth, in that expansion, in that consciousness, in that finding new ways to be conscious and finding new ways to be aware, not just of yourself, but of the world around you, of the people around you, you know? So Sagittarius, that is what I have for you, you know. Don't build a world around yourself. If you want to consciously expand, then don't only surround yourself with yourself. Don't only surround yourself with what you know. Don't only surround yourself with your own seeds. You got to step into some other people's gardens to learn a little bit about cultivation, you know, because you might have the greatest fucking poppies in the world, but maybe your petunias could use some work. And maybe there's somebody that has the greatest fucking petunias in the world who wants to learn about poppies or wants to also show you their marigolds, you know? So get into that. Get into that energy. You want to grow and expand, but you got to do it outside of yourself. Okay, Sagittarius, that's my message for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.